Because I felt that I needed to learn to improve my boundaries, because I sometimes I lack boundaries and I needed to strengthen my boundaries and to be able to assert myself in a very calm, collective way. There were certain issues I was having, personal issues with my family and etc. And I just felt that I wanted to work more and also to help improve my parenting skills with my children as well, because I didn't want them to have similar issues that I've encountered myself. Very stressful, quite upsetting, quite scary, thinking that I'll upset other people than actually consider about how I feel. Not considering about my own needs and always worrying about what other people think. Throughout my whole most of my life, basically, I decided that I needed to improve because to build better relationships, not just with my own family members, but friendships and working life environment as well. Yes, I went to Penningham process to be able to deal with issues I've had in the past, because I found myself that sometimes I used to get quite angry. So in some ways it was quite good to be able to recognize and be self-aware of how I react sometimes, and to actually ensure that I can have better control of my emotions and express my needs in a safe environment.
Okay.
I found it worked really well to a certain point, but I couldn't get any further with it. So that's why I came here, because I felt I needed more work done to myself. So, but it gave me the opportunity to be more self-aware of my own situation. I had a brief experience with it on one situation where when I get stressed out, and it did help to a certain point, but I didn't do much of it. It was only once. And I didn't know what to expect for it. I was a bit scared because I just thought, oh my God, all this stuff's going to come out. And how the hell? I've got no control of it. So I was a bit worried what my subconscious thinks.
Mm-hmm.
But I was relieved in some ways to find out that it wasn't scary as what it appeared to be. And actually it was quite an honest and very open environment where you can talk in a most honest way. And I think that's the most helpful thing, is to be honest about your situation, because otherwise you can't help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I didn't realize I didn't think I had different crew members, which I do. And the little boy, I didn't realize the little boy was the one that was the most scared one. I found it really helpful, and I found it really an eye-opener, I suppose, because I didn't realize I had different perspective about myself, I suppose. And it was really helpful because I got honest answers. You know, it was something that I had no control of in some ways, which was really good, because I think we spend so much of our lives trying to control everything that we do, and sometimes you can't have control.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important, because that's when you actually see it for what it really is. I feel a lot more calmer, actually, if I have to be honest. I feel calm because I know that I'm going to be okay. And I know I can move forward now. And I know that I'm being who I am instead of being something else. I'm looking forward to having more honest relationships. And I'm looking forward to watching my children grow, mm-hmm. and to know that they've got a mummy that will do everything she can to give them a better, perception of, not perception, of what you should be, really. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And to them to understand that I've broken a cycle where they'll have more of a safe, calm, open environment, mm-hmm. really. Do it, because it's really important, because the only thing the best thing you can do for yourself, and the best gift you can give for yourself, is actually fixing your problems instead of hiding them. It's the best, and also it's the only way you can grow. Otherwise, you're living in in a room with the light switched off, and that's not a way to live. To just be able to set boundaries, basically, to be able to say to people no, and to explain why, and just to be clear, and to realize there's nothing wrong with saying no, and it's fine to say no. It doesn't mean you don't love that person any less. You love them, but it's okay. And to be honest, if you really want honest and loving relationships with your friends and your families, and have a better relationship at work, you need to set boundaries. Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much for everything.